first thing first, that is, we must greet the spiritual masters and gurus and Swasti Vachana, Shanti Patha, peace incantations. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Jena Characharam Tatpadam Darsitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. God is present everywhere. He is the Supreme Self. He is the unity of all, and He is eternal. And He is the real Master, the real Satguru. It is through the human gurus in form, He passes on His great teachings, the teachings which give liberation from bondage, to that representative of God the Master, the Gurus in human form, the spiritual masters in human form. We greet them and we seek their blessings to make this occasion a success. And to pass on that great teaching, all the eternal teachings which give liberation from bondage of sufferings and ignorance and superstitions and all. That God, Master, is present everywhere, within and outside. It is only through the guidance and teachings of great masters in human form He can be realized, and His teachings can be passed on. Om Kurvanne beha karmani जीवेशे छतं समा एवं त्वयि नान्यथे वस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे ईशावास्यम इदं सर्वं यत्किंच जगत्यां जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जिथा मा गृधा कस्य सिद्धनम्. This is the how you should live a lifestyle which is free from stress and suffering and sins, and life becomes blessed. Life on this earth, however temporary it may be, it becomes blessed. Om Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrusam Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanaatham. The Supreme Master God is pure calmness, personification of peace, love, and calmness. He is present in the infinity in the form of unmanifest infinity. That means everywhere. The whole creation, which people think the creation, but actually it is the Creator Himself, originates from His navel plexus, navel center. He is the Supreme Lord of all lords. He is the supreme God of all gods. He is the shelter, receptacle, container of the whole creation, the whole universe. He is as infinite as the sky, but the sky is within God. He is pure and perfect. Thinking of Him gives purity and perfection, and meditating on Him gives realization of Him. Without that, there is no other way. Nanya pantha vidyate anaya. He is the source of all good luck, good fortune, prosperity, and everything, all enjoyments, spiritual and material. He can be realized only through the yoga meditation, and that is how he is available easily to the yogis. When I say yogis, I am not mentioning ascetics or tapasvis. I am not telling the yogis of knowledge and intellect. It is not the seekers with hyper-emotionalism, which passes on as bhakti. Only the Guru can remove this doubt. So we should be grateful to the Master. So today our topic is about destiny. Very interesting topic. Everybody talks about destiny, but nobody really knows what is destiny. Or if they have some idea, they are all twisted ideas, wrong, confused ideas, which gives misunderstanding and much more misunderstanding, and it doesn't remove the darkness of ignorance. Please remember, destiny is that thing which determines the past, present, and future of a person, and it applies to all beings, but only human beings are able to feel it or realize its importance. Other beings, they don't. Yet, they are under control of the destiny. Destiny is also known as fate. The adrushta, in Sanskrit, is known as vagya. It is known as karma phala, result and effect and result, action and result. This is all determined by that destiny. Everybody is a slave of destiny, even if however learned they may be, however intellectual they may be, however maybe devoted they may be. Nobody can escape destiny. The interesting part is the destiny is made by that person himself or herself. Because this is ruled by the cosmic law of karma and karma phala. The cosmic law of karma says, whatever you speak, and whatever you think, and whatever you do, gets deposited in your subconscious, in the cosmic record. Some people call it akashic record also, but it is cosmic. And in due time that works out. Nobody can escape it, their own karma. So if somebody claims that he is able to independently determine his destiny, he can determine his destiny. He can make his destiny. But the thing is that once it is made, you cannot escape. Whatever happens to you is through the destiny. Very interesting, in the Vedic literature, in Hinduism and the Puranas, there is a very beautiful concept of the ultimate king of death, the king of time. and he is known as Yamaraj. And that Yamaraj has a secretary or treasurer come multipurpose record keeper. His name is Chitragupta. And it is said that, according to traditional literature, that everybody's thought and speech and action gets recorded. During life itself, it starts affecting. And at the end of the one cycle of life, final decision is given. So please remember, nobody can escape destiny. Many saints have spoken big topics about it, and they are all true. There is a beautiful saying in Indian language, the Odia language. It says, Daiva Daudi Manisha Gai Janiki Tanai Taniki Jai. That means the destiny or Bhagya is the rope. And every being is compared to a cow. And as in traditional countryside, you tie a cow with a rope, and once the cow is tied with the rope around its neck, then it follows blindly that rope. It cannot escape. It loses its independence of moving around freely. Now it is said that the bhagya, or your destiny, or kapala likhana, or adrushta, it is like that. So we have spoken how, in brief, how it is made, and once it is made, you cannot escape. But the only thing is, you can adjust to it in a positive way so that sufferings will be less. If you remember it, remembrance is knowledge, and that gives a great solace, confidence. So it will be easier to explain it in one way of an example in real life. It is said, as a urna nadhi creates a web and withdraws that web into itself. As long as it is not in the web, it is free to jump around, walk around, anywhere it can make a web. But once it makes a web, it sits in the center. It is confined to the center, waiting for prey, waiting for food. It is like that with all beings, including human beings. However exalted human beings are, they are but slave of destiny. As long as they do not become self-realized or God-realized, only then they can escape. But even if they become God-realized, they have to undergo their own karma and karma phala, or their destiny. This is its importance. So, once if you remember it, you will get much peace. And you will not struggle too much, because struggle is not going to help you from escaping this destiny. So it is wise to make a bad bargain, to make it useful. So these are the few things about destiny. So watch your every action. If you want, yes, once it is made, you are like a spider inside a web. And the spider is free to make a web. Similarly, every being is free to make their destiny, because they will regulate their action like that, and that will make a destiny. So it is some of the important points that is very interesting. Repeated action, please remember, repeated action makes a habit. Repeated habit makes a character. Repeated character makes a personality. And repeated personality makes a destiny. So, please remember this. You can make your destiny, but once it is made, it cannot be changed, cannot be cancelled. But you can make a new destiny in due time. That's where you need spiritual knowledge and enlightenment so that you can live happily and stress-free. All the gurus say, once you learn a spiritual technique or a yoga technique, you must do repeatedly. You never say learn and forget about it or do for a few days and forget about it. Just as per your promise at the time of learning or initiation, you must practice. Because practice will make a habit, and habit will determine your future action, speech. So you see, every person, the way they speak, the way they react, the way they act, they are all predestined. A realized person, a wise person, who has keen observation and faith and belief, he can make out that every person's speech, thought, and reaction is predictable. And these new action, new speech, and new thought, all actions are based on thoughts. All speech is based on thought. So take care of your thought at the root level.